Hey guys, Bill here with Catch 22, and I want to wish you guys a Merry Christmas. I know Christmas is behind us, but I hope you had a good one. I hope Santa brought you everything you wanted. But for the purpose of this video, I thought I'd share what I got for Christmas that's fishing related. And hopefully you guys get a kick out of it. I don't know. First and foremost, I got this fish t-shirt from my wife. And obviously you can see that the eye has been replaced with the good state of Michigan, which is where we reside and where I do most of my fishing. So I love this shirt. Thank you, wife of mine. I really enjoy it. So you'll see it in the next couple of videos. I'm not wearing it every day, guys. I just banged out several videos in one day. Let's get started. I got a string of bobber lights. This will be cool actually because hello?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, you can hear me?
Yes.
Okay, sorry, I'm talking to you through my Apple Watch.
Oh, whatever. Screw your Apple Watch.
So I got this Apple Watch for Christmas as well. It's the 3rd generation, so it's water resistant. So now I can actually take it out fishing with me, which is what I wanted. There's some apps in here I could use out on the water, and I also wanted to try to get a little more fit this year, and I thought this would help, being as it has a lot of health apps on here too that track a lot of information that I can use to motivate me to do so. I know that's not fishing related, but it's cool. Okay, so where did we leave off? Bobber lights. Okay. So I also got some ice fishing plastics that 13 is putting out. So this one here is called the Mini Quattro. It's Black Magic. Okay. Zoom in on that information. Okay, tiny little plastics for my jigs. And it's infused with donkey sauce. Donkey sauce. Anyways, my favorite lake to ice fish around here has no bait shops nearby. So I'm pretty much relegated to plastics. I know I can get minnows and freeze them and all that other stuff. I am able to get wax worms and spikes, and I use those, but I thought I would up my plastics game. And when I saw that 13 Fishing was putting these out, I had to try some. So I asked for some, and I got some. Right here we have the Paralyzer in Radioactive Pickle. The Paralyzer in Radioactive Pickle. I'm loving these names. I dig 13 Fishing in a whole as a company. I enjoy their reels. They're a little more hip, if you will, experimenting with colors and design. I also used to enjoy the number 8 Tackle Company, which was a subsidiary of theirs. They've now switched it to 1-3, but it's a great company. I like their products, so I'm happy to use them. Purple Rain, the Sneak in Purple Rain. Purple Rain, donkey sauce infused, the Sneak. These are 10 times tougher than your regular plastics, and I'm excited to get out on the ice and use these. Okay, I'm trying to do this in somewhat of an order. I have a couple finales, so to speak. So I got some ChatterBaits here. They're their Freedom Tackle line. Z-Man got together with Freedom Tackle to make these ChatterBaits, and what it is that hook is independent of that head. So if you think of like a swing head jig, it's similar to that. So as you can see, that the head of this chatterbait, that jig head, is completely free of the hook. Not only is it completely free of the hook, but you can actually take that hook off just by following this spring. And look at that. You can take that hook off, and then it's completely free. Now, here's the benefits of that. One, obviously, it's got a swinging motion taking all leverage away from the fish from spitting that hook. So hookup ratios are great, but keeping that fish pinned, that percentage goes through the roof. Okay, that's plus number one. Plus number two is you can take the hook off. Why is that important? You can switch out hooks. Let's say, you know what, this hook is too big for your liking. You want to go to a smaller hook, you put on a smaller hook. Let's say you're sponsored by Trapper Tackle and you're using Trapper hooks. You can take that hook and put it on this ChatterBait head. You can use whatever hook you like, whatever brand you like, with this ChatterBait head, which is great. Them partnering with Freedom, which Freedom, in my opinion, makes very high quality lures. So if you take a look at that skirt, that's a very high quality skirt. I wish I had a bluegill pattern here, but here's a shad pattern. They do really nice skirts. Everything's made really well, so I'm glad that they partnered with them. Second, take a look in there. Okay, you can see that spring shape of how you feed your hook on there. But then look inside. See that copper area? That copper area is put in there because it resonates a special noise. I don't know how special it is, but it resonates a better noise within that chamber. So you're getting a little bit of click and clack in this as well. And when I'm using a ChatterBait, I'm using a ChatterBait in stained water, dark water, because I've got a dark profile, I've got this ChatterBait displacing water, and now I've added a little bit of noise to help the fish hone in on this ChatterBait. So that's why I dig the Freedom Tackle collaboration with Z-Man. Really cool. So I got 2 of those for Christmas. I got this guy here. It's a segmented bluegill swim bait. Okay, up here in the north, I feel like this is a primary food source for our largemouth bass. So one day when I'm tired of catching small fish, I'm gonna tie this on, and I'm gonna commit to catching a fish on this. And hopefully it will be huge. Okay, my mother-in-law has an obsession with salt and pepper shakers, and she encourages everyone else to have that same obsession. Okay, so here I've got a fish like so, but in actuality it's salt and pepper. I do a lot of cooking. I season my food well, so this isn't a bad gift by any means. I think it's pretty funny. Thank you to my wonderful mother-in-law. This here was a gift from my sister. This is the Fisheye. What is the Fisheye, you ask? The Fisheye is a wearable fish camera, and their motto is, let a fish do your fishing. So if you look here, there's a camera that you affix to the fish. There's an app to the phone, so you can see what your fish is seeing. But that's not all the uses, folks. You can attach it to a bald eagle. You can attach it to a small child. You can attach it to your own head, and you can attach it to your dog. You can get nature shots. You can capture precious moments with your children. You can get some action sports shots, and you can do security surveillance. Fisheye wearable fish camera. It's like shooting fish in a shallow, see-through barrel by Tom Buttons. Also includes fish-scented lens cleaner. Come on, guys. This is a game changer. My videos are going to look so awesome going forward. So cool. Obviously, it's a gag gift, folks. There's no camera you attach to your fish. Okay. I posted a picture of this on Instagram, and my Instagram blew up. So I thought I'd share it with you guys too. I did have some people in there who thought that this was a real gift, a real thing, and asked serious questions about it. I wasn't too tough on them, but I thought this was funny. Inside was something else, probably something Star Wars related. Okay, you guys will see in a future video, my wife's uncle passed away in 2017, and I didn't know him well, but I did know him. He was known as Traveling Matt. So my wife's Uncle Matt was a great guy, in my opinion. He always made me feel comfortable in family settings, made me feel welcomed, and he was a funny guy. He had the tip of his finger cut off, so he would tell people that he lost it to a shark. He had a utility belt like Batman with all kinds of gadgets and knives and beepers and cell phones attached to it. He was a pretty cool guy, but I didn't know him as well as I would have liked to have known him because he was an avid fisherman. So in handling his estate, my in-laws, my mother-in-law and father-in-law, grabbed some fishing stuff and gifted it to me. And I'm doing a video on that, so you'll see that shortly. But a couple things that they pulled aside and put it in my Christmas gift because it's a little bit cooler than the rest of the stuff. So first, I'll show you guys. Here is a Rules for Fishing in Michigan, published back in 1968. Okay, so this is the DNR guide here in Michigan that they published back in 1968. So this was so cool to see, to read what the rules and regulations were back then, how things have changed since then. I just thought it was really neat. Even the illustrations in here, all the information, I thought it was super, super neat. I gotta fill it in back up nicely. Department of Conservation, Lansing, Michigan, 48926. He had Doug's phone number written up at the top. I don't know if that's a working phone number anymore. I'll still cover it up. But really cool. Roscommon, Houghton Lake, spearing prohibited. Muskegon River, spearing prohibited. So spearfishing back then was prohibited in a lot of lakes. But I thought that was really cool. I really get a kick out of looking through this. So last but not least is a fish scale. A very old, really cool fish scale. It's made by Langley. It's called the Fisherman's D Lyre. And it was made in San Diego, California. Made in the USA. Patented. Not legal for trade. Okay, but it's a really cool, old metal fish scale. Obviously, you hook the fish here, and you look at that spring. Here, I'll pull down, and you can see how the weight was measured. How cool is that? Not only that, but inside there's a tape measure, so you can get the length of your fish as well. I thought this was the coolest thing when I saw it. Very neat. This is not going to go into my tackle. This will get displayed. But how cool is that, guys? That's awesome. But that's everything that was fishing related. I got a lot of other cool stuff too, and my kids made out like bandits. Did a lot of gift exchanging with the family. Had a great Christmas. Had a great holiday season. I got a lot of good Christmas news that I'll be sharing with you guys soon. I'll create a special video to tell you about what's new with me and with the channel and my career in fishing. A lot of good things are happening in 2018. I'm looking forward to it. And I'm looking forward to sharing it with you guys. So, in the meantime, I'm Bill. This is Catch 22. And I'll catch you out on the water.